What's up? Back today with a video. Listen, Love Island exposes body game and female desperation, right? One thing that we can see very clearly on that TV show, if you're watching the TV show, is when a man is on body game, women flock to you, period. It's just what happens. But the nuances behind it is very apparent on that show, and how everything works behind the scenes, or more so dealing with the psyche of women. Because one example that I seen that I think was super important to this whole talking point is what's going on with Casey and Anaya. Right now, when you try to analyze what's going on there, you see a bunch of different layers of desperation. You see a bunch of different things happening with Anaya that really speaks to the psychology of women when they are in a situation where they feel like they are less valuable than the man. That's what I'm gathering from that whole thing. When you see her constantly asking for reassurance, when you see her constantly lashing out emotionally to try and garner some kind of attention or some kind of reaction, where people feel almost guilty for taking certain action, like exploring other options on KC's side. So that's something that you can look at, and you can recognize that as a man, when you get on body game, when you are in shape, when you look good, when you're handsome to these women are going to act out of character, bro. In some cases, I'm just giving you the reality. But really what I want you to understand is that when you are genuinely desired, there's a positive and a negative thing that can happen to you in these different situations. What you see with Casey and Anaya is one of the negative things, in my opinion. It's the dark side to it, where these beautiful women, they act ugly. You know, they act disgusting. They act irrational. They can't control their behavior because they feel like they're in a position where they don't have the leverage, because they feel like, as the man, you look too handsome. You look too good. You have the opportunity to probably choose somebody else when they may not have that same opportunity per se. And that's basically just their own opinion. So that may not even necessarily be true. But if you look too handsome, too good, too in shape to what their standard is, then they will act out of character. They will act irrational. They will show their desperation in many different facets of their personality, and they will just be, this character that is uncontrollable, irrational. And that's what you see with Anaya, bro. If any of y'all have watched Love Island, if you haven't, it doesn't matter. You can look at some of the clips online and see it. But what I'm just trying to say is that when you see people on this TV show that look good, the man and the woman that look appealing, that look handsome, you can see how obviously they're going to get choosing signals. It's going to be genuine desire. It's going to be things like that. And men who are the top 1 to 5% of men who are high value men are going to be the ones who receive that kind of attention. Now, there is a positive to it, obviously, because you get women, and men who are desperate for women are going to be happy about the possibility of getting women when they finally look at least somewhat appealing, or when they can get on body game. So to some men, they don't care. They just want to get women. Other men, they are aware of this reality that you don't want to just get any women just because she's attractive. Now, in the case of Anaya and KC, Anaya is beautiful. She's very attractive. Very attractive. But at the same time, her insecurities is bleeding through, and how she truly feels about KC is bleeding through. And you can see that, again, it comes back to the body game. It comes back to how when a man is just overly handsome to these women, bro, it's like, yeah, you're going to get a lot of women, bro, but then you're also going to get a lot of hatred from them too. That's the dark side of it. It's just, it is what it is. So there's obviously a positive to it. There's great things that can happen, when you get in shape. You get a lot of choosing signals, but then you get a lot of the choosing signals from crazy people. I'm just being honest, man. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody on that TV show. I'm not trying to call anybody out of character or anything like that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But the reality of that situation with Casey and Anaya on national television, she embarrassed, in my opinion, herself, and she embarrassed Casey. That's just my opinion. Because the intent of the show is really supposed to be obviously entertaining, but it's not supposed to be too much tension. There isn't supposed to be too much tension on the show, even though you may think that's kind of contradicting the point of it being a dating show. But if you look at everybody else's approach to the show, other than Casey and Anaya, and especially the last few episodes, you can see that it's a bit more light, just a tad bit more light. Obviously, it can still get a little bit more argumentative and things of that nature, but the tension that you just feel coming from both Casey and Anaya in their situation, it just feels too real. Where everything else almost feels scripted, like scripted beef, scripted conflict, where there's a quick rise and quick fall to everything. There's not a grudge being held. There's not a constant chastisement. There's not a constant calling out of a person's name. You don't necessarily see that being upheld for a large degree of the different episodes in the show. With this case, you kind of see it being dragged along. Like they're trying to permanently demonize this person's character and this person's identity and their reputation on the TV show. And I think that it's apparent to a lot of different things, but more so to the desperation of women when they have a handsome man that they like, but the handsome man is rejecting them, especially of their own race. But that's another conversation. But that's just what I'm seeing, bro. That's just what I'm seeing, man. That's just what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a dude on Body Game, a dude that's handsome. He gets women. He gets choosing signals. He's desired. And he doesn't want that girl, bro. He doesn't want her. He doesn't want her. And she doesn't want to feel embarrassed. So she's trying to juxtapose the idea of embarrassment with her perspective of what disrespect is. But she's just simply embarrassed because she was rejected. She's jealous of, or she's embarrassed because of rejection, not because of disrespect. So just be aware as a man, bro. Like when you get on this journey, bro, and you finally get to where you want to be, you know, and you're looking handsome, and you're somebody that necessarily didn't maybe get women, and you finally start getting women, bro. Let that show be a testament to what could happen to you, bro. Where you're getting with these women that look super good, beautiful, but if you do one thing wrong, they're ready to like bash you. And it may just be because it's you, because you look that good. And then somebody else, they treat all nice and kind and fair and in any kind of situation, but with you, because you look overly good. Telling you, bro, watch that shit. It's crazy. It's a psychological experiment. It's a psychological experiment. Watch that shit. It's crazy to see how they treat that dude versus everybody else, man. Really, it's really crazy to witness that shit, in my opinion. That's how it is with handsome men, bro. So it ain't always pretty, dog. Sometimes you dealing with crazy pretty women. And that shit is really scary because pretty privilege is real. So when you got somebody that's going off on you like that, and everybody wants to side with pretty at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword, bro. It's like all that dude could have done was say nothing. That's what they wanted him to do. They wanted that dude to say nothing, shut up, and receive his verbal lashings on national television. And they were being overly disrespectful to that guy, bro. It's like, come on. But hey, now you understand, man. Body Game is real, and it exposes female desperation like crazy. So, that's all. Y'all have a good one.